Watch his icebox. It looks like we're gonna head towards A to kick off the map.
A lot of partying. Leaf already kind of blinding the dart, and Boaster, he's gonna be backing up. And you know, Boaster, that's another huge topic of discussion, is the fact that he's a solidified Sova now. No longer is he gonna be on the controller like we saw at Masters Reykjavik. And look at this flank already, Doug. Two members of Fnatic are already sort of creating this pinch, but Zeta, 2 kills.
Yep, what flank?
Bu şerif çok güzel lan.
What flank? As Zeta has already taken care of it, and it's not like he got away with it for free, just down to 22 health. But you're right, that flank that you mentioned that would have been so important has already been dropped, and Zeta single-handedly keeping things at bay.
Burak hangi takım daha güçlü?
To make that a 5v1 in favor of
BBL.
Cloud9. Potter. The question was, is it
Fanatic'ten
gonna be
öyle tanıdığım adam
Cloud9?
çok
Is it
yok
gonna be
ya.
Cloud9?
Şey Cloud9'dan pardon.
This is looking pretty freaking good, you're right. I mean, sure, Zeta, he only had 1 HP at the end of that round, just barely breathing, barely limping through to the finish line, but all 5 members of Cloud9 were still alive. Zeta did such a fantastic job stopping this flank from ever even going into motion. So Fnatic, although they had somewhat of map control, it looked like the pinch was already about to be happening. Cloud9, they were in full control, Doug.
Full control for now. And with the gun difference that they're bringing into this, there's a very good chance that it continues. You've got Zeta with a Vandal. Slightly different look, though, from Cloud9 to start off this round.
They are, and look at Fnatic. I mean, they are very conservative coming into here. Usually into these second rounds after you lose a pistol, you see a little bit of sheriffs, maybe a ghost, maybe even a frenzy, but we've got all 5 classics. You can see that Fnatic are very much looking into the 3rd round. They want to have they want to set themselves up with the best chance they can in that round.
And look, safe money don't
Deli Deli misiniz kanka ya? Trongo Bunkaz.
Şizo DCPP'yi kes.
In large part because of what we mentioned at the beginning, right? Like they don't have guns. They're not really going to be able to fight back.
Karanlık ya
Mystic. Leaf is gonna clean things up
Rengi mi
there.
açılmış birazdan? Hala aynı gözüküyor ama.
Clean eco round
güncellenmemiş demek ki.
for Cloud9. I mean, hardly any of their members even lost a
Kritik
single
round
bit
kanka,
of
sus kanka.
HP there. So clean stuff coming through for Cloud9, and you know that was the biggest question for Cloud9. Who are we gonna see? Are we gonna see the clean, dominant performance coming in? I mean, we've seen the leaps and bounds that this squad
Zeppo
has made
hileydi
ever
zaten
since they
CS
joined
zamanı.
this roster back in August. We've been seeing exactly what kind of team this Cloud9
Olabilir.
can be. We're coming to this first gun round. Oh, and another technical.
A little early.
A little early.
A little early. We'll figure out what's going on. We'll get you all information as soon as humanly possible. But Potter, I think one of the other things that we discussed leading into this was what Fnatic would we see?
Abi bu adamların nickleri bana tanıdık geliyor bir yerden ya. Bu Vanity, Mitch. Mitch özellikle çok tanıdık geliyor ya. Ya kanka ne teknik mouse'u zaten maç yarım saatte başladı, ne teknik pause'u ya.
It's confusing, Doug. Like I said before, so many questions, right? I think, look, if you put Cloud9's match history up against Fnatic's match history, and we take a look at their most recent matches, you're gonna lean heavily in the favor of Cloud9. That's just how questionable the Fnatic roster has looked over these past couple months. But hey,
Arkadaşlar esselamu aleyküm ve rahmetullahi berekatüke.
Ase.
Nasılsınız din kardeşlerim?
I think this Boaster move, getting solidified onto that Sova role, no longer on the controller, that's going to do 2 different things. It's going to allow Boaster to be with the pack, to be able to set his teammates up with the information. And
Vay be Burak.
with the pack, he's going to be able to react
Sincabamina vaka vaka
faster, and hopefully
Tek pulse mu? Neyin technical pulse'u bu?
they're able to react a little bit better, a little bit faster.
Seni bekliyorduk abi.
How much value do you
Çok
place
iyi
on
abi.
the rat, though, right? Because it seems like
Oğlum şu kolyeden lan lütfen lan. Altın chain gönderiyorlar ya. Riot altın chain göndermiş, gördün mü?
Real altın mı?
Evet.
Real. Ananı sikeyim, ne para eder kanka, ne olur lan.
Baksana.
Bizim oyunculara.
Zeok.
BBL'den alaktan Ferit onları.
Ben istiyorum, ben bana. Ben yayıncıyım.
Can I borrow water, please?
Oyunumdaki Jane.
Ne anlatıyorsun? Ne anlatıyorsun Şizo ya?
Boğaztır var ya, Boğaztır fanatik.
Boğaztır, ha.
that's where
Bu
Mystic
adam
comes in,
Londralı ya,
right? For the
İngiliz ya.
Fnatic guys.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I am being told
Onu
that it was an
görünce direkt
audio
İngiliz
issue, and I
aksanı
was
geldi.
also
Yani
told that we should have it taken care of. So we should
Çok
be
iyi.
jumping in to the game
Can I
very soon. And
what
good friends in the truck. have
Maçız
been
maçız maçız Svenska.
So we are hopping
Top
back
mu ver
into
17 hadi Raviel TV 46 aydır. Hadi bakalım önemli maç. Cloud9 almış 2 ile Gun Round.
Things are sitting pretty.
Önemli, evet,
Things are
doğru.
sitting pretty. A healthy buy for Fnatic. No ultimates coming online quite yet. And for Cloud9, they're going to want to stick together here, Doug. I mean, their weaponry, they've got a bunch of Spectres across the board. Sure, Zeta's got that Vandal.
Fnatic'in
He's going to be
flash'ı
able
yok
to
ha.
pop some long-range shots off, but for the rest
Belki
of
iki takımda da
Cloud9, they're
flash
going to
yok.
want to group up.
Haven't made their way
that?
exceptionally far yet. Boaster getting the first kill of the round, and now you see the spike has made its way past Wtcn. Up top, Mitch planted in this exact same spot.
Post plant'e
In the
oynayacaklar.
previous round, finds success here.
Silahları da yok.
Love this plant coming
Ama
for
Spectre'ları
Cloud9.
var.
So many layers
Yani
available
post plant nasıl
for
oynayacaklar uzaktan?
Post plant in case
Anladım
Mitch
abi.
gets taken out just like he did. It's all good. Cloud9, they've got the
Sen ya
backlines
geride
covered.
misin ya?
Vanity's got his poison still in
Bakıyorum.
play. Two members of Fnatic.
Ay!
Looking to keep back the flank. Spike ticking away. Numbers in favor of Fnatic heavily. So Leaf, that's a crispy shot. He gets the second one onto Mystic. So far, so good.
Eyvah Magnum'un da canı az.
Leaf going hunting, going aggressive, but you've got Doma on the defuse. He
Oh.
has to peel back. Doma gets it to
Nice,
half, gets it past. He's gonna get all the way through, and he does.
Beautiful diffuse coming through for Fnatic. You know, I think if you look at this at first glance,
Belliydi.
you wonder what the heck is
Yaklarlar.
Magnum doing? Why isn't he reacting? Why isn't
Çekerler ama
he
gene
shooting?
Gun Round
Why isn't
izleriz.
he helping his teammate out in Mystic? But it's because he knows as long as he just survives, as long as he's just
Hala
a
en iyi bıçak
distraction, as long as he
altına
knows that
affetmiyor
he
acaba?
puts the presence of that potential flank into the mix, he knows that his teammates can defuse
Altın
the
afet
spike
ne ya?
and they can get the dub on the
Betfest
board.
bıçağı var ya,
Beautifully
o
played
karanlık
coming
olan.
here for Fnatic.
Now Cloud9 still have plenty of
Back
money, so
out,
they're going to be back on guns. And for Fnatic, after winning that last round, they do still have a Spectre. They're bringing into things. No
Oy,
ultimate
huh?
right yet, but that's an excellent start out from Durka.
A good night Leaf just gets deleted off the map. And for the Cloud9 guys, you know, Mitch, he's 2 orbs away. Maybe he can collect this A main orb, try to get some B main control. You can see that Vanity's waiting there for him. Perhaps they can get Leaf back into the round. But right now, a minute 15 still left. They're just going to slow it down here.
Yeah, and I don't know that Fnatic have much of a challenge to this orb if they decide
Çok
to go that
teşekkür
way.
ederim
You see
Joklos.
Zeta's already
Cansın bir
passed
tanesin kardeşim.
that spot, so that's certainly still an option here. You mentioned it though, like cut noise, slow things down, reset the round, and see how they want to approach things. They still have plenty of
Tamam
options. in front of them.
freezeledi.
Yeah, right now.
O sırada
Sunumu
B'ye
just
ilerliyor
kinda
Viper.
Waiting for Fnatic to make a mistake, overstep just a little bit, perhaps give up some sort of equalizing kill. That alarm bot's gonna give information over towards Fnatic, but Vanity's okay with that. Look at the rest of Cloud9; they're hitting the site.
Oh, and it was discipline out from Fnatic because you saw after the alarm bot was triggered, they hardly moved. Cloud9 still works their way onto A. Mitch gets a spike down, even with the shock dart in his face. He's going to be able to heal himself up. Back to a comfortable spot as Zeta's waiting to see who's going to push their way forward. Spike slowly but surely ticking away. You have to be careful here. You don't have enough as far as personnel to make sure the flank is not going to be a factor. And there it is. It comes Vanity left alone, though, in a 1v3. You got to have eyes on the back of your head as well, because there is pressure coming.
Hop,
He
headshot'ı
gets
değdi.
dinked. That does not feel good. 6 armor, 63 HP. He's still trying to make magic happen. The snake bite, all of the damage. There's just way
Kezzap
too
attılar
much for him to
suratına.
handle by himself.
There is just way too much, and you know that's the second time once again for Fnatic coming through with that Sage wall, just really solidifying that diffuse, making sure that they're able to just get across the finish line there. And once again, another flank coming through for Fnatic. Mystic is so damn patient. I mean, no matter
Bende
what,
2 tane
they're
Icos var
always
arkadaşlar.
gonna get
Bunu yeni
finished
aldım.
there. So, although it was a 3 versus 5,
Bunun
that was a very
adını
tough
bilmiyorum.
post plan for Cloud9 to be able to actually convert. Fnatic, they're starting to look clean in these last 2 rounds, Doug.
Ama
They,
bu
they seem to
Icos
have a
Lille.
very good game plan, and they seem to be okay with allowing Cloud9 to get that spike down at A.
Yeah, and I think the onus is now on Cloud9. What do you do to adjust for the fact that there's constantly somebody wrapping around you at all times, right? You have to be able to shore that up, and it's difficult if you find
agroyu koyuyor
yourself in
ya.
a numbers disadvantage. You don't have anybody you can put back there.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see a bit of a change of pace here for Cloud9. A lot of members towards B here. They've got that B main control, and Leaf, he's taking a lot of damage. Mitch is going to go ahead and top him off a little bit. And take a look at Vanity. He's just,
Oy.
Leaf. a haircut.
Yeah, the topping off was not quite enough. May have needed a bit more. He's already dropped, but you can tell they still at least fake the possibility, right, that there is pressure heading towards B, and they haven't fully committed, but they may be going soon.
Durka's being so aggressive, and
Sage'in resti var.
here. We've got Durka and the Sova meeting up now. Leaf, he does get res, and the spike, it should get down. This is a 4 versus 5 post, but that molly, how clutch.
He's managed to dance around the first bit of utility, not able to take care of that. Zeppa's going to get the spike down anyway, but what that does is that buys time. Now, Fnatic continue to push their way forward. They were able to approach this retake from multiple angles. You've got Boaster on the flank.
Oy, Derke de vurdu. Lan Derke'yi
Storm
izleseydik ya amına koyayım.
Zeppa has all sorts of nonsense that he's going to have to deal with, and this does not look good. Fnatic, they've kind of come back here. Mystic's on the defuse, and he's just going to carry that all the way.
Yeah, Zeppa, he's gonna get taken out. What a retake coming through for Fnatic.
Abi hadi adamların facecam'e geçelim. Kazandıklarındaki tepkileri görelim. Alo! Prodüksiyon! Arkada sesler geliyor çünkü ya. Offline maç ya. Alo.
They're okay with Cloud9 getting the spike down. They're okay with letting these guys have that post plan set up. They've got so many layers in this retake, Doug.
Cloud9 have not found very much room to work with up until this point. It's been very impressive by Fnatic. They find themselves with a 1-round lead.
Cloud9 sinirli, Cloud9 sinirli.
You see Stingers, Spectres, a little bit of everything.
Bakın şimdi.
But the Blade Storm often identified as one of the big difference
Al
makers.
bıçakla da aynı hızda koşuyorsun.
Leaf is going to get his chance, and he's gotten his face ripped off on more than one occasion, and that was almost the exact same outcome.
Nice wall up for Zeppa. He doesn't find a kill, but he's got a lot of pressure. Him and Leaf, the duo combo, and Magnum gets him taken out. It's just all down to Leaf, but look at his
Fnatic çok iyi oynuyor lan.
His teammates
Hiç
are able
göstermiyor.
to
Bak kill arıyor şu anda.
Hiç
göstermiyorlar ya. Defansif oynuyorlar
This is
önce.
the answer to getting flanked. You flank the flanker, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. Durka. Gorgeous.
Çok iyi vurdu. Magnum. Boaster vursaydı almışlardı hele. Boaster vursa almışlardı hele. Duvarı oraya kurmazdı.
Desperately really needed round indeed, Doug. And you know, we talked about it. Hey, we said, were we going to see Script 9? We're going to see which kind of Cloud9 are we going to see? And that's exactly what they busted out. He knows how to get aggressive in all the best ways. You see that he just runs it down with the knives, gets into Fnatic's map on their snowman side, and just creates the pinch. So beautiful stuff for Cloud9, and pretty basic as well. I mean, it's just kind of in Fnatic's face, get the spike down as fast as possible.
Zeppa has that showstopper online. Uh-oh, Durka. Durka's gone aggressive.
Okay. Silahtan görmedi. Abi. Hata.
Now they can turn their attention more towards A, and you see them peeling back. Look at both players, Zeta and Vanity, making sure there's nobody on the flank. We're already seeing an adaptation to Fnatic's approach.
Yeah, exactly. I'm so glad you point that out, because as we said, I mean, that's just kind of been the crux for Cloud9. Anytime they hit a site, they're getting flanked. So this time, you can see the thoughtfulness coming through. And things have just really slowed down. Right now, Cloud9 are just waiting again for Fnatic to have some sort of reaction, and look at the showstopper onto Zeppa here. Maybe some sort of dark combo with the short showstopper to get that entry into the site. But right now, Cloud9, they're just cutting noise, and Zeppa, he gets spotted.
That showstopper's got to be like burning a hole in his pocket, right? I can go, there he goes.
Oğlum ne kokuyor? Gaz kokuyor sanki ha.
Vanity swings out, trades that back. Now he can work his way forward along with the rest of
Benim doğal
Cloud9 to
gaz
get the
yok ki
spike
amına
down
koyayım.
numbers in favor of Cloud9, albeit slight, but there.
It is certainly there, and Mystic again. Magnum, he is on the flank. And Magnum, he's got to be super patient. I mean, just take a look at how far Mystic is right now. If Magnum's able to find a frag, create some sort of diversion, and there it is. Now it's Mystic's turn to get next.
Yeah, but
Spike is ticking away.
Is Magnum expecting a player right below him? I think that's what's left to be seen. Oh, he is now. But
Sende torçlu vardı abi, o şey yapmıyor,
in a
sızıyor mu?
1v2, nothing doing. Cloud9 take the lead back.
Ocak mocak açık kalmadı mı?
Yok ki oğlum, doğalgaz yok evlerin. Her şey elektrikli.
Ha,
öyle bir item var değil mi? Elektrikli ocak.
I gotta say that was a decent round for Fnatic. Sure, they lost, but you know they burned a lot of ults. We saw Zeppa.
Kimyasal kokuyor olabilir. Sanayi bölgeleri döküyormuş. Giderlerden geliyor koku. Tuvalette yoğunsa onu. Evet böyle abi, kimyasal koku gibi yani.
I think, you know, if the round didn't start off with a man down off the rip with Cloud9 being 5 versus 4 onto Fnatic, that round should have probably been Fnatic's.
Adamın evi elektrikli amına koyayım.
Nasıl ısınıyorsun? Yerden ısıtma var abi.
Again, the flank. Fnatic very clearly understanding that is a win condition, or at least that's what they're going to try to get to get that win condition. Durka just destroys Mitch.
Good night. Mitch gets taken out, and there's even a Guardian over here. Mystic's got a Guardian on his back. I mean, this is going to get interesting. Vanity feeling the pressure, feeling like he's got to take map, and he gets taken out as well. Zeppa's in a pretty decent spot. The spike should go down, and he's still got the paint shells on his back.
Fnatic somewhat comfortable here. You can see some of the pings coming out on the minimap, but I like this from Cloud9 how they've set up aggressive.
Oldu herhalde ya, değil mi?
Relief is, right? Like he's all the way up.
Solleri var ama.
Pushing their way forward makes this attempt at a retake a bit more difficult.
Var gerçi.
May have his hands full.
Onu vurun, onu vurun. Daha bir kill daha almasın bak. Nice. Hadi artık oynayın, patlayacak amına koyayım. Viper hadi be kral.
Of the defending team, but they've got to bust the move. Spike ticking away. Zeppa makes it a 2v2. Oh, Zeppa. The 1v1. Is Mystic gonna have time? He goes up top. I think he's just trying to try to take the fight to him, or at least survive.
Aldı da kaçamayacak ya.
He does that. Cloud9 take the round.
Son anda.
Beautiful stuff for Cloud9, and so close. Another close round for Fnatic. Obvious weapon disadvantage coming through, but a beautiful opening for Durka makes things look almost possible in that A site. I'll be curious to see exactly
Yok abi, doğalgaz değil.
any sort of
Yerden
changes
ısıtma.
for Fnatic. Take a look on the left-hand side of your screen.
Ona ben de
Four
şaşırdım.
ultimates coming online for the guys of Fnatic. Now, we haven't really seen them
Dedik
contesting
parkeler laminant mı?
contesting B. It seems their game plan is into the retake, but with this Hunter's Fury up,
Yani
Fnatic
bilmem,
might be a
laminat.
little bit more inclined to start contesting these
Oğlum
choke
bak,
points
ilk
and
oldum şu
fighting
kokuya
for
ya.
it because they've got the Hunter's Fury on their back.
How do they approach this? You hear the op in Durka's hands.
Parkeler laminant abi.
1 point from getting the Blade Storm, and this is a different look from Cloud9. Like, I like this heavy push across mid. Oh dear, Durka. Great opening shot. The wall's gonna deny any opportunity at a second, but Boaster's able to get his.
And get as he does, Mystic, a beautiful shot.
Helal lan Mystic sana.
Looking at him, and Leaf falls to his death as well. It's all just down to Zeta. And if he gets a couple of kills, that would be everything, but just a sliver.
Well,
oh, okay.
Eyvah eyvah
Almost got it.
Almost got it.
The second just gets one.
Ben
Fnatic
bir
able
mutfağa
to
bakayım
kind
ya.
of fight their way back here, and it was really when you get multi-kills like that, when you've got people like dropping out of the sky in front of you, just like teed up. It's almost too easy.
It is. You know, they're just falling out of the sky, Doug. I mean, you take those absolutely solid hold coming through here for Fnatic. You know,
Tamam, benim odanın tuvaleti açık kalmış. Oradan çamaşır suyu kokusu geliyor.
I mentioned the fact that the Hunter's Fury was up. Fnatic bring the fight right into where the Soba would be, which is in that mid boiler area. And look at this, Doug. 5 ultimates.
Odanın tuvaleti. Tabii.
Keşke bu odanın tuvaleti olmasaydı da komple odaya kassalardı. Üçüncü map Fracture mı? Oo.
They're gonna need to do something about Durka's aim. I mean, this is okay. The drone does come through. Beautiful.
Vallahi karıştırdım sizi.
We'll see how things pan out. Leaf with the Blade Storm creeping his way forward, up in his face, doesn't give a dang. As you hear the Hunter's Fury coming online, Roomba clearing out backside, Durka looking for the tight angle shot right in the kneecaps. Drops Zeppa, numbers in favor.
5v4 oğlum hadi.
The Viper's pick coming through as well.
Dikkat. Çok oy. Boaster çok iyi headshot lan.
Boaster winning that duel out.
That's a huge kill.
And again, you read the flank, you read it every time. The lockdown's gonna come out as well. It's gonna force.
Oh no.
Yiyecek, yiyecek.
Mitch might be in trouble. Mitch, get away! No, he's dropped. He's caught, but there's nobody pushing forward. He may be okay for time being, but Toma's gonna stick it. He's gonna stick it. He's gonna take it all the way again. How many times has that been?
That is too many
Nice oğlum,
times,
nice
Doug.
oğlum.
That is too many times. The Sage wall once again coming through in
Ben niye
insane
Fnatic
measures.
gene başladık
Fnatic. You
ya.
can see that the Sage Doma, he's saving it every single round, and once again it comes through.
Her turnuva aynı mevzu ya. Abi çünkü Fnatic EU takımı, Avrupa takımı, Cloud9 Amerika takımı. Yani Avrupa takımı tutmayı tercih ederim. Bir, ikincisi Fnatic'e her zaman bir sempatim vardır. Küçüklüğümden beri. O yüzden. Aynen öyle. Doları düşüreceğiz abi.
And he's had to give up the angle. Still okay for now. The Hunter's Fury. Leaf! Oh, Leaf, you bit off a bit more than you could chew. But the res comes out.
Eyvah. Ne der ya, izletsene, izletsene, izletsene. İzletsene amına koyayım ya. Ya niye geçersin abi, kamerayı niye değiştirirsin ya? Ya mükemmel bir vuruşu kaçırdık la, kaçırdık.
Vanity, if he gets this pick onto Killjoy, who's very much ready for that.
Kameraman vuramayacağına o kadar inanmış ki Reis'e geçti.
Gifting headshot there. The squad is here though.
So kind of gifting.
İnşallah gelecek replay.
Right around Christmas time. Viper's Fit comes out as the wall goes up. Mitch has to give that space right back. They're running out of time too. I think I kind of have to commit here. So far, so good. Leaf takes care of Magnum. I mean, Fnatic's so far away, they're gonna have to buy a considerable amount of time to approach this together.
Yeah, but we've seen this, right? I mean, Fnatic, they seem to really
bütün olay şu fight'a bakıyor.
You know, seconds they have in this retake.
Eyvah.
A lot of damage onto Vanity, but
Doma put the wall up. Doma did it again.
Ne yapıyorlar?
Aa, ne yaptı lan? Ölmek istedi galiba.
Öyle bak.
Durka with 3 on the round. Fnatic get to 6. This has been such a clinical performance.
Bildiğin kamikaze yaptı, saçma sapan.
yeah, the Sage wall is coming in clutch once again. I think, what is that, Doug? 4, 5 rounds
Something
now
like
that we've seen it
Hadi
coming
abi,
in
replay abi,
and
hadi abi.
allowing these guys to get that diffuse off. But again, just like it's kind of startling us with the timings, how patient the Fnatic guys are in initiating this retake.
Oy.
Oh, that shot. What the hell
Oğlum
is that?
çok zor bir
What a
vuruş lan.
flick
Helal
coming out
olsun
from
amına
Durka.
koyayım.
And again, this retake, you can see the confidence and the understanding of these Fnatic guys and how much time they actually have. You know, when the spike is ticking away like that, you think you need to really rush into the site, but these Fnatic guys, they're playing this beautifully right now.
Looks like things are going to end up on A. Durka still with that off spot, the ponytail, yeah! Oh, Boaster does it for him.
Boaster ne ara aldı entry'ye?
Spectre here as well. We'll see if Durka's able to find any more magic with that op. He's going to have plenty of chances. This time not able to land. The nade right in his lap. Messes him up. Has to give the space away.
Spike should get planted here. Cloud9. And we haven't seen a solid post plant.
Mystic hala ne yapıyor B'de?
Fnatic haven't allowed it at all, but this time around,
Mystic ne yaşıyor oğlum?
a little bit of breathing room. Vanity, you can see he has
Hala bak
every
sağ sol
intention of
yapıyor.
shutting down this flank. Two members of Fnatic so slow, but they're about to meet Vanity.
You've got to take care of Doma.
Bu eli verdiler ya. Aha Derke. Zefa. Hata. Bol gelir.
Ball again, Doug.
Yep. Boaster taking care of that.
Çözülür.
And they just don't have an answer. Potter, they don't have an answer.
Helal lan Fnatic. Helal lan size. 7-5 gayet iyi.
That is startling. That's worrisome. You know, Fnatic, these guys seem to be reading Cloud9 like a freaking playbook, like a picture book. One of those third grader little pop-up picture books. They know
Mystic'in geç geldiğini biliyorum. Arkayı sürekli oynuyorlar bilerek. 2 kişi oynuyorlar hatta. Ama bomba kuruldu. Hala Mystic burada bayağı tripteydi yani. Sağına soluna böyle şifre falan çıkıyordu. Ona ne alakalı, ne yapıyor dedim. Line-up yerini yakmış. Onu görmedim. Oha.
In the end there, I think we just saw ferocious Fnatic not wanting to give up an A site.
B-line'dan ta line-up yerini mi yaktı lan?
Every round that we saw Fnatic win, every piece mattered. It was just like a well-oiled machine. That's the beauty of watching Fnatic is like this was important because of that. Like the protocols looking stronger against a team that is incredible in post-plants on this map with Cloud9. The fact that they only managed 7 in the end,
ama şey ya,
including the pistol.
Sage Wall'una göre belki iyi olan bir line-up vardır. Orayı yakmıştır.
Yani hepsi bu şeydeki Icebox'ın en arkasındaki duvardan sekip düşüyor. O duvarın hiçbir etkisi yok yani aslında. Ama bilmiyorum. Tabii başka şeyler vardı. Şeyler sonuçta turnuva maçı.
Bir de o herhangi bir line-up yerini yaksan da derde sokar yani adamı. Strese sokar yani.
Yani.
Like sure you have that brilliance, but it's not like he's going walkabouts. Like that's what we still got the attack, right? Yeah. But like that's what Leaf does on both sides, right? And we saw some Leaf brilliance when he flanks all the way through Snowman into the back of Kitchen. Like that's the moments where Cloud9 is like, all right, we're on the back foot a little bit. I need to do something insane. Durka, it's just I'm gonna stand.
Rezalt 4. ayın kutlu olsun, çok teşekkürler. Clinch 13 aydır, Bishop 14 aydır, Sokmuver 17 aydır. Raviel TV 46 aydır, hoş geldiniz, çok teşekkürler. Hayır, hepsi arka duvardan sekmiyor. A'ya 3 line-up biliyorum. İkisi düz düşüyor sekmeden. Fnatic senin logoyu çalmış, dava açacak. Oğlum, Fnatic benim logodan da eski. Yani çalsam ben çalar. Çalmışım.
We're going to be getting back into the second half. It is getting underway. Back to Doug and Potter to get us in there.
Thank you so much, Riv. A spicy start to the series, a spicy start to the map. Cloud9 made their living off of post-plant scenarios in the past, and Fnatic said, nah, you ain't doing that to us.
Not today, not today.
Düşünüyorum Meta.
And I mean, if Fnatic's
ama o başarısı değil abi, benim yaşadığım başarısı. Küme başarısı benimki. O farklı bir başarı çeşidi. Normal başarısına benzemiyor yani.
Deep angles, he does get tagged out. He's going to get pushed back. And the Cloud9 guys are reacting.
Nöronal.
Sova and Viper going to catch up with Leap here, but Fnatic aren't going to take the site very fast.
Fnatic aldı mı ilkeli bitti bu map.
Leaf already getting the opener. Oh my goodness. Boaster goes a big there for two, but Mitch looking to do a bit of his own, and it's actually Vanity who cleans things up there with the two-piece.
Maç ortak oldu Cloud9.
This bodes well for the rest of this half. It means it's going to be a good one, Potter.
Benim başarını biliyorum, migrenim var benim de, ondan düşünüyorum. Migrenle de bayağı alakası abi. Ama başarısız. Biraz araştır. Bayağı ayrı noktadalar ya. Yani adı küme başarısı ama öyle normal bir başarısı değil.
Şey diyor, migrenim var, mavi cam etki eder mi diyor.
Ne bileyim amına koyayım. Onun dediğini anladım da bilmiyorum yani. Ama benim küme başarısına iyi geliyor yani. Özellikle doktorun tavsiyesi. O yüzden takıyorum. Bir de şey dedi doktor mesela, yani küme başarılı olmasa bile o kadar saat bilgisayar başında duruyorsan takman senin için daha önemli dedi. Bu monitörden gelen bilmem ne ışını mı, göz pınarlarını mı kurutuyormuş, bilmem neymiş falanlar filanlar. Geçmiş olsun Kazuya. I feel you bro. Hadi Reis 12. ayın kutlu olsun. Eyvallah sağ ol. Derecesi yok fazla, aynen 0.50 gözüm.
You've got Leaf.
Astigmat.
Really in the same vicinity as the B side as he works his way forward. As soon as those walls go up, yeah, you can tell that's where they want to go. Oh boy, that was terrifying to watch. Imagine coming through that wall and seeing all of that in front of you. With 30 seconds left, Fnatic managed to establish control and get the spike down just a hair of a second too late.
The pain shell is taking out the planter. Nice sacrifice for Mystic. We'll see if the rest of the Fnatic guys can make this post happen. Not a lot of utility, hardly any at all. And Mitch responds back with his own wall. Starts to defuse and Zephyr gets caught out with
Helal lan Boster.
Boster 1 versus 1.
Boster, you mad lad? No armor.
Ah.
Classic. Messes Mitch up. He has to back up. 46 HP. Mitch on the tap. The Hunter's Fury gonna come out as well. And he's right next to him. Peels off. Dancing around the container.
Abi aldı eli harbiden.
Nasıl bu kadar hızlı?
Abi çok acele etti lan.
What the heck just happened? Barely a buy, barely a round for Fnatic.
Çok acele etti be. Bence var ya klasiğe devam edecekti, böyle pol atacaktı ya.
They all of a sudden almost got gifted the entire round. Boster
İyi oynadı ama helal olsun.
Easy. I wish he actually got the kill with the Hunter's Fury. That would have been kind of the icing on the cake to end things off here. But man, fantastic stuff coming through. Just back and forth these last two rounds.
Woo. That was a clincher though. I mean, that was a clincher. Textbook
Squeaky
clincher.
bum time, as you love to say, Doug.
7-7. As we kick off another round, Fnatic not doing very much aggressively at all. I do like this alarm bot here though, across mid.
Yeah, I think Fnatic, they're the masters of the flank, right? We saw it in the first half. They're like, you know what, let's not let that happen to us. We're gonna go ahead and put the alarm
geliyor, ona cevap veriyorum oğlum, Allah Allah. Ben sanki çok mu mutluyum bunu sürekli anlattığıma.
If he's able to find an opening kill, at least do some massive damage, just get rid of the Sage heal a little bit early into this round, that would be huge for Cloud9, the drone.
Nice. At this point, if he
look at that damage.
Well, and look, like the great thing is though, yeah, Leaf didn't get the kill, but he stayed alive.
Yeah.
Right, and he dealt some damage. He's able to buy some time. The thing is, you still have Mystic laying back and spawn, so there's a chance they rotate out, but you're running out of time here.
You are. Killjoy Molotov is going to kind of clear out a little bit of the choke points. Boster gaining a lot of ground and so much damage for
Çok iyi yere taradı lan.
Beautiful stuff. Cloud9 have 5 members. Only 2 left for Fnatic. Durkee and Mystic. Spike is down.
Atamadı.
Oh, this Molly.
Well, that Spike's in a brutal spot. They're just gonna have to frag their way out. Yeah, and they're not able to. It got stuck up there. And there was just no way to get up to the tippy top.
Tippy top for sure. Yeah, that's a clean round for Cloud9. All things considered, especially thinking back of how the last 2 rounds went. I mean, and it started off the back of Leaf, right? You can see how comfortable he is in these forward angles. He's got that dash. He's got the get out of jail free card. So he's taking those forward angles, and that's what Cloud9 need. They need some damage off. They need to make Fnatic use that utility earlier than later, and that's kind of Leaf's job here for Cloud9.
So far, the guy has done the job pretty freaking well, right? But Fnatic, they've looked so good. You've got Mystic 1 point away from having that Viper's Pit online. But they don't have a ton to work with here, right? You've got the Marshall, you've got a couple of pistols.
Leaf'e 2 kill yazdım.
Definitely a scrappy buy, and Leaf, he's looking to farm, Doug. He wants it bad.
Okay.
He's in a forward position, pops
Direkt
some
geri
shots
çıktılar.
off.
Direkt koştular A'ya.
They don't want to deal with it at all. Gonna pivot towards mid and make an A split happen here.
A rotate atıyor.
Because as soon as contact was played there, you saw Zeta invest the drone to make sure they weren't peeling back. Yeah, got shot out, but they have a beat on things for now. Mystic, though, great start. Traded right back out. You feel the gun difference here, Potter.
You certainly do. Durka.
Raze ölmüş. Yalnız 3 ve 3.
Spike is gonna go down.
Ve Vanity 100 oldu şimdi.
Vanity gets healed up, has no armor, swings out, surprise.
Eyvah, o şok oku çok can yaktı. Berke. Magnum'un yeri güzel. Magnum! Abi!
With that Marshall, as Vanity's on the tap, an aggressive stuffs the barrel down his face.
Abi niye oraya bakarsın lan? Ne alaka ya?
What could be disaster?
Yani bak adamın şurada olduğunu anladı. Ama niye o tarafa koydu Cruz? Oradan tabii ki site oynayacak adam ya. Ulan derke. Evet sesi de duymuş olması. Belki evet yanlış info büyük ihtimalle ya.
These are the kind of superstar plays, the superstar reactions that I want to see from a top team like Fnatic, and that was close. Cloud9, they've got to be feeling a little bit a sigh of relief, I have to say, for being able to convert that one.
Çok anlaki timing yedi. O nereye gidiyor lan? O siktir. Ne güzel olmuş.
Viper spit come online towards A, coming out from Vanity to deny entry there. That's going to focus, or at least that's going to funnel, excuse me, Fnatic towards mid-map. Mitch had a cheeky little spot, gets a spike. That's all he gets.
Yeah, 1-for-1 there is just not good enough for Fnatic. Look at Mystic's position.
Ay. Oh.
That's just showstopper out of
Clutch.
the round. And Mystic, all of the kitchen, it's his. Viper's pit's
Bombayı da
gonna go
getiriyorlar
down.
şimdi.
He's in an interesting position. He's also got blade storms. He could be the hero here for Cloud9.
He's gonna have his hands full.
Dağılıma bak çok komik ya.
Creep their way forward. You've got Durka getting the plant down up top. Oh, leap.
Spike planted.
Not able to land the shots. Durka's up there as well. Dueling blades. As Durka goes up. Oh, Durka gets the best of Zeta and the best of Leaf. As he's looking for more Vanity and his Spectre. All that's left. He shows up just a bit late. The party's about over, mate.
Or it's just getting started. No. Party's over. Yep.
Wrap it up.
No, Vanity got the different memo.
Evet gerçekten bu ulti çok kırık ya.
On the board for Fnatic, and what a fantastic mid split here for these guys. I mean, we saw it, right? Mitch, he got an opening kill. It looked fantastic, but when you're in that forward of a position, when you're in the territory of the attackers almost, and you get immediately traded out a 1-for-1, that's generally always going to favor the attackers. And you saw exactly what happened. Mystic, he had all of that kitchen control, and that's just too much map gone for Cloud9. They've got to have a hero come up in order to get back and bounce back into the round. But either way, Fnatic, it was a clean round.
Well, and to the hero thing, they tried, right, with that showstopper.
Oh my.
Wasn't doing Leaf. Oh man, he had a chance at something fun there.
Pokepe bilmiyorum abi. Söyleyemem de zaten. De satışı yasak olduğu için.
So well in situations like this where Cloud9 have an opportunity to make something happen. Fnatic just shuts the door on him, and it seems like they're doing that here as well.
The dart should be huge. Zeta, good reaction, a nice no scope, but Zeppa, he just potentially wants to. Oh, the reload!
Enti.
Having a little fun, but Doma's gonna go ahead and clean that out. Yup, let him know. Send him.
Evet, onu yani gerçekten küçük bir araştırma yaparak bulabilirsiniz Pokepe.
Zeppa's gonna have a thinker about that one as they buy coming into this round, and look at Durka. You know, I mean, we talked about it on the desk. The fact that also when you look at the match history or the champions and the agents that this man is playing, he's playing everything. Yeah. Right? I mean, whether it's a Soba, whether it's even a Viper sometimes. I mean, it seems like he can do no wrong, and he's absolutely just shining in this opening match here for Fnatic.
They do say variety is the spice of life.
They do.
So, boys got all of it.
Oğlum Amerika'da
here for
Secret Lab'in bir tane koltuğuna oturdum. Şuradaki yastığı var ya, şu yastığı. Abi bunu mıknatıslı yapmışlar. Koltuğa böyle yapışıyor. İstediğin yere çekebiliyorsun ve hafızalı yastık. Böyle kafanı bir koyuyorsun, böyle içine alıyor o kafanı böyle. Resmen masaj yapıyor ya. İnanılmaz bir şey abi. Keşke ondanım olsa.
Zeppa, he should still have a bit of utility. Yup, he's got the paint shells and the satchels. It just depends on what kind of help Leaf can provide here, right? I mean, it doesn't seem like Cloud9 are wanting to ride and die and fight for this site. They're gonna go and let the spike go down. That was just too much damage onto Leaf with the shock dart there.
Oh, but that dart was so good, and Zeta's Hunter's Fury takes care of Doma. Boaster having to dance around. Stay alive for now. The spike is collected. Leaf waiting at the doorstep for Boaster to pop his way up. Has to think twice about it and goes for the low plan, and that's where you have utility kind of flying through things, and that's why they haven't been able to get the spike down yet. That's why they're going to have to flip the map around.
Yeah, 30 seconds. They're just beelining
it towards
B here. You can see Boaster. He's actually deviating. He's going to go up towards tube, and that's so much noise, so much information for him. He cuts the rotations off at the mid. Killjoy should get the spike down, and it's all down to Zeta. He knows Boaster's in this general vicinity. He's going to try to sniff him out, but Durka, he's here. He's got Boaster's back, and he's going to clean it.
Çok güzel el aldı.
That's a 10th round on the board here for Fnatic.
And that was a flip, right? Because we highlighted it in the moment. Boaster tried planning up top. Or excuse me, Fnatic tried planning up top. First time didn't work. Right? Then Boaster picked up, tried going up top as well. Leaf was there to push him back, dropped down, and then there was utility all over the place, so they couldn't get the spike down. Had to flip out. When you're having to go to plan B, plan C, plan D in a round, things get a little hairy, right? But Boaster, freaking nuts for Fnatic.
Freaking nuts indeed. And you know, that was one of the things that these Fnatic guys talked about in their interviews. One of their biggest focuses was being able to lean onto each other, right? Teamwork is the dream work, and Fnatic fully believe that. And you can see it in the patience, in the way that they're constantly waiting for each other, never taking a 1v1. And as I say that, Zeta, he takes his 1v1. He does take out Boaster, but Doma's got the res right off the back there.
Yeah, you can tell they didn't bring very much. When you've got Spectres and a Frenzy and stuff like that, why not? Kind of roll the die, see what you can find. Leaf, I don't know that he's going to get a chance at much of anything quite yet, unless Doma plays with fire, and it looks like that's going to be the case. But the timing is just insane. Leaf has to dash away.
Dashes away, finds himself another angle for himself with that Marshall. Again, Cloud9, this is just a scrappy buy. Trying to do as much damage as they can. Maybe get those, get that showstopper a little bit closer on the table.
Yeah, but a Frenzy.
Hey, you say but a Frenzy, dog. But I say he's got a Frenzy, right? I mean, that's a dangerous weapon, especially in the kind of position that Zeppa's in, that close range angle there.
Yeah, I mean, it's no classic.
Of course, of course.
But we'll take the Frenzy.
He's right above him. Look down.
Oh, that's going to go.
Oh!
Wait, where the heck was he?
Magnum?
Freaking Frenzy, you were right.
Uzaktan attı sandı.
3 armor. Surely doesn't get a second. I would have lost my mind.
I was wishing for Zeppa to get that second there. Vanity is going to get taken out, and that was a clean round for Fnatic in that eco round. Look,
yok Reselok.
this is going to be one of the
Ya öyle halletsem var
arkadaşlarım.
Kontağım da.
Into this half. I mean, it's 11-9 here.
Gerek yok
They do not want to give away match point for Fnatic. This is where Cloud9 need to make their stand.
Yeah, it has to happen now, right? You're not going to get, you might not get another opportunity to really play up this way. So we'll see how they approach around. The problem is too for Cloud9 is that Fnatic's got a lot of money, right? Mystics at 8,800 credits. Durka's got 7,000 as well. So even if things do go sideways here, Fnatic should be able to buy out for the rest of the half potentially.
Yeah, they are not balling on a budget. They're just straight up balling right now. Durka's going to try to find some sort of opening here, and Cloud9, they seem like
you should run.
Okay, this flank was almost possible, but they just kind of bluffed that. They're going to give away this A site. This should be a free plant for Fnatic, and here comes Doma.
You and that wall. Doma gets the spike down. Now Cloud9 attempt the retake. Excellent shots out from Leaf to clean that up. But you've got Durka. Freaking turret. Back with the op. Not letting anyone through. There's just so much you have to work your way through as well. You've got the Viper's wall. You've got utility. But that's just sliver.
Niçin volu yok?
You have to deal with Durka. Right? You've got to push him off the angle. You've got to throw something up to make sure he doesn't cause any more problems.
Ay çok güzel bir şey yaptı Mitch.
Oh, there it is. They take care of Durka, but Boaster gets
Çözdü ki adam.
Thunderfury comes out and isn't even able to get anything with it, but Mitch gets the defuse. Cloud9 gets a 10. That round was nuts.
What a beautiful retake for Cloud9.
Oğlum,
that
ne
looked
roundtu
almost
be.
impossible, Doug. That looked like that was going to be Fnatic's round every single time, but the patience and Zeppa coming in huge. Look,
öbür taraftan çözmesi çok iyiydi ama.
But the one kill was all he needed. He was the distraction, the crosshair to be able to actually make that round work. Durka misses.
Arkadaşlar o geridesin yazanlar büyük ihtimal şey yapıyorlar. Benim yayını açıyorlar. Aynı anda Valorant'ı da açıyorlar. Bu önde amına koyayım diyorlar. Ama ben yayınını yaptığım için otomatik olarak geri atıyor yani. Sizin gördüğünüz.
you to really go, but you talked about that one kill, getting the op off, pushing him off of that really opened things up for Cloud9.
Yayınını veren nasıl yayınla eşit olabilir abi?
Knows exactly what they needed.
Yeah,
Aynen öyle.
exactly. And it was so weird how that round started from the get-go, right? Because we saw Leaf actually almost making a flank happen. He was
Oyun bayılıyor evet abi. Eray abi dedi ya.
On the attacker side of the map, and
5K'ya kadar yolu varmış.
ended up helping Cloud9 because that was a bluff, right? None of the Cloud9 members actually ended up flanking, but that noise cue, the threat of a flank potentially coming, that really helped bolster that sort of retake and allow Cloud9 to make that happen.
Enough of a distraction.
Yeah.
To throw a wrench into the plans. Cloud9 get to 10. Fnatic call a timeout as they feel some of the pressure coming through. And for Fnatic, you take a look on the timeline, it was smooth sailing, right? They'd won 4 in a row to
İkinci maç değil, üçüncü maç bu. Günün son maçı.
But now Cloud9 pushing their way back into this. They call a timeout. Fnatic looking.
Kahve içiyorum ya. Kahve içerken su içemiyorum. Bir tane tweet atabilir miyim? Estağfurullah abi, o ne demek? At tabii ya.
To be able to have an exec, maybe Durka with those knives, but generally speaking, should be just a default. And I say just a default, but Leaf finds another opening kill, just following the drone down the tube, and Fnatic, they have no response, no trade in sight.
Now Fnatic have to rethink how they want to approach this round. Without Boaster, without the Sovi utility to work with. Again, you can feel the tension as Fnatic call a timeout just a few moments ago.
Evet abi, hiçbir sikim anlamadım ama I like it.
On the line here.
Sembolleri falan.
Cloud9, I mean, they certainly have the advantage in that they can
roadmap.
Wherever they want. They don't have to fully invest everything.
Vardır bir bildi Eray abimin.
This is very interesting. Magnum and Mystic have been hand in hand in tandem towards this tube. They're trying to find some sort of timing. They might find it. Vanity's got his back turned right now.
Önce 55-6 demiştim, 68'deyken indik 57 üstüne.
Oh, this timing, Doug.
Sonra 77.
Peki
yıl sonuna kadar mı 77 yoksa yıl sonundan sonra mı?
He's still got that blade storm. You've got Mitch creeping his way around. Doma gets the spike down. The res comes through, and Magnum's got to know where that is. Once again, it's going to be a thing about timing. Yeah, another flank. As Magnum creeping his way forward, they don't know that he's there, and he's going to get a chance to blow the thing up, but he shoots. I don't know that Zeppa knows. Oh, no, he doesn't know. Surely now you know. Zeppa drops. 3v3 is all that's left. Cloud9 with the numbers advantage, but Doma ripping the thing back, a 2v1, it all falls onto Magnum in the 1v2. How much utility do you have? What are you gonna do? You gotta bust
o yumurta oraya gidene kadar amına koyayım.
It's the real thing. Mitch gets the defuse.
11-11.
Tie us up.
What an insane round, Doug. Back and forth. We had a flanker, then we had a flanker to flank the flanker, and a flanker to flank that flanker. So that was flanking. So there were so many different angles to look at into this round, but all the action happened in mid, right? We had those timings through the tube, and we have to think that Fnatic, they were down a man. They were down. It was 4 versus 5. 2 people split up on each side towards B main and towards middle. Oh man, this round was so back and forth. I'm glad that Cloud9 were actually able to convert that one though. But Fnatic, they made it look really interesting.
Vanity just has a Spectre. So they're still not at a spot where they can fully ball out, as you like to say.
Baller.
But they do have Vanity 1 point away from having his ult online. On the side of Fnatic, you've got Doma sitting in a similar spot. You hear the Blade Storm comes through. Durka has been so good with that up, and if they go away, they're going to find that no one's home. Cloud9 very comfortable just playing a retake here.
Yeah, and I like this from Cloud9. You can see that Leaf, he came over to meet up with Vanity. They did a full clear in this B main. That's a lot of information for the Cloud9 guys that should bolster and potentially get this A retake going a little bit faster. Vanity, he might go sniffing a little bit deeper. Get some sort of a flank going off. Oh, but he uses his Viper's Pit. Interesting.
And right off of that Leaf, hightailing it over towards A. They feel very comfortable in what's happening towards B. Now they can lean more towards A. You got the spike out.
Showstopper.
Showstopper. No one's home the first time around.
No.
Oh, he does get it, but not without being dropped. Leaf, Blade Storm, hello. That's a gift. Leaf cleans him up. That res. Useless.
This flank, though. Look at Mystic.
He's gonna get
Oh.
Again, the timing, my goodness. Split seconds that are changing the outcome of this map, but Magnum gets two.
Mystic de geldi.
Vanity's left alone, and how much do you have in you now?
Güzel round aldı.
Fnatic gets a map point.
Tertemiz.
This map has delivered in every way possible.
In every way possible. You're
Al bitir,
absolutely
al bitir.
right. And look, all of Fnatic had 4 members
Berke'ye bak,
alive at the end
28.
of that round. It looked a little bit close, but the layers, you know, we talked about Mystic being on that flank. No matter what happened, no matter what the frags looked like on this Cloud9 retake, Fnatic always had that insurance plan. They always knew that they were going to come through in the post and be able to play that spike to perfection. Look at Boaster, you can see how much it means to the man to be able to convert that one, and that's Fnatic on 12.
Pop off, King.
Ay parası da yok Cloud9'ın.
Feeling good. Fnatic dial up. Aggression towards B. You saw the dash across. Durka still has that up. As they've taken space away.
Ayı pushluyor Cloud9.
Have to figure out how they're going to handle this. Oh,
GG.
Fnatic read him like a book.
You know, Leaf, he went scrimming.
Zeppa'yı da vurursa
Zeppa's got a good idea, though. Hey, look, maybe he can get this kill, upgrade to that Vandal, get something going for him. But look how patient Magnum is being. Meanwhile, the spike, it's going to go down towards B.
Vanity's got a Bucky.
Oh,
Yeah,
this Aang, man.
And the thing is, you have to deal with Magnum, right? Like, you know he's there. So while everything else is happening on the side,
Sabra bak
Zeppa's
ya.
distracted. He can't help his team out towards B. You've got Vanity trying to make something happen.
Vanity ne yaptın lan? Kendini mi zehirledin?
Dirk is still with the op. A 4v4. It's just Cloud9 just have no guns. Yeah. Right? Like, how do you fight back? You don't. Mitch drops. A Vandal is all that's left in the hands of Zeppa.
Ulan derk ediyorum sana. 30 vurdu amına koyayım ya.
If it's not the judge, it's the Bucky. Doma.
La vermeyin buradan eli.
A 2v2 poster. The leader for Fnatic. Spike ticking away. He's good for one. Vanity gets it to half. Mystic gets the last. Booyah, baby. Fnatic take map one.
Iconic stuff coming through here for Fnatic. I mean, my goodness. The start of this, the first half, you saw it. The layers, the flanks coming through for Fnatic. You could see that month-long boot camp. It's paying off, Doug. These guys look prepared.
Kim seçmişti
They
acaba?
look like they're reading a book in Cloud9.
Well, and like you saw it at the very end there with Leaf, right? Like
Leaf'i galiba
he knew
Cloud9 seçmişti. Çünkü Fnatic defans başladı.
Right, and sure enough, right on time, Leaf says, I'm gonna go ahead and rotate around. Nope, no, you're not.
Yeah, and again, I love the fact that we had to keep saying flanking.
Fnatic mi?
Was flanking the flanker, and then he got flanked, right? So many flanks happening across the board, but that's the great stuff about Fnatic. Mystic or Boaster was constantly re-flanking, re-aggressing on the backlines once that the spike goes down.
Oo, Split'e gidiyoruz. Uzun zamandır izlemiyorduk ha Split. Oğlum maplere bak amına koyayım. Icebox, Split, Fracture. Peki bir Fracture izledik mi ya? 1-1